Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm here today because I want to share some really fun preschool crafts with you guys today that you can do at home with your little ones. I was a teacher for several years and I always found it really fun to do crafts with my little ones at home. So I'm going to show you 3 fun fall crafts that you can do. So this is the first craft I want to share with you guys today. It's a little pumpkin, and what you need is a paper plate, just one of these regular paper plates, and I cut out the middle. And then I have my son paint the outside with just regular orange Craft Smart acrylic paint that I got from the craft store. And I get a really chunky Crayola paintbrush because it's easier for smaller hands to hold the chunkier handle. And I squirt the paint directly onto the paper plate and I just let him paint, as you're going to see in the next clip. And then when he's all finished with that, I go ahead and add just a brown construction paper stem, and I do a little trace of his hand, and I use that as the leaf on the pumpkin. And then when it's all finished and glued up and dried up, then I usually have him put his face in the middle like this, and we take a nice fall picture with it. Today I'm going to show you guys how to make this autumn tree. What I did was I traced Sammy's hand and arm and I cut it out of brown construction paper and I glued it onto this blue piece with a little bit of Elmer's glue stick. And then I went ahead and I pick out all my fall colors that I want to use. I'm going to use a little green, a little yellow, and I like to use the acrylic paints just because they seem to have more vibrant colors than the washable paints do. I just make sure he's really careful when he does. But I'm gonna do this one for us today, just for the purpose of the video. But you will see Sammy doing his crafts. Okay, so it's super easy. Little ones love to use different instruments, not just paintbrushes to do their crafts. I mean, it's fun to use a paintbrush, but when you give them something different to use, it makes it more interesting for them sometimes. So I'm gonna go ahead and dip it in the color. And then these are the leaves. So remember, you can be super random with them, or you can cluster them. And when the little ones do it, it ends up being super cute because they have all the colors like mixed up everywhere. And they just love doing it. They love to see the color show up on the paper. And they love to see that they're doing it. Today's third craft, I'm going to do knuckle print pumpkins. And what I do is I take the orange acrylic paint that I showed you guys in the last craft, and I take a regular paintbrush, dip it in my paint, and I paint this part of Sammy's hand. If you have older children, sometimes this part's better, but for little ones, they seem to have better control of having their fingers this way. So I paint right here, and what I do is I put it down on the construction paper in threes like that, And then once the paint is dry, I go ahead and take just a regular black marker and I add silly pumpkin faces on there. And then I take acrylic paint, again, with a thinner paintbrush. And I dip it in the green paint and I go ahead and do the little leaves. And then I wash it off and dip it in the brown paint and go ahead and do the stems. And then when Sammy's all done with his craft, I go ahead and put the words Fall 2018. You can write anything. You can write their name, you can write just the year, and then most times I laminate it and they can use it as a little placemat for all of fall.